And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. And look at this barrage of fiery death that is raining down upon these attackers. This is a 3 versus 3 on the settlement of Nemeticena, which basically is just a carbon copy of the settlement of Tur. So, interesting attack formation here. We don't usually see an attack on this part of the settlement. Usually the main attack kind of falls on this corner, and then you see a push, through these areas. Sometimes you'll see maybe something come over here, but not very often. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get into some armies and their commanders. We've got Tylos being commanded by the Hog. We've got Egypt being commanded by Marauder, which if you've been a long time watcher of the channel, that should be a relatively familiar name. I'm pretty sure this is the same Marauder from the olden days. If you're watching Moo, let us know. Is this you or is it not you? Is it somebody else that's not you but is? I don't know. But finally, we have got Rome on the battlefield being commanded by Blacks 24. You can see they are kind of leading this attack on this corner. For the defenders, we've got Nervii being commanded by Kor. We've got Chimeria being commanded by Viking. And finally, we have Marseille on the battlefield being commanded by Enterprise. So on this map, the final cap point is right here on this little circle. The ways to get into that, you have this, you have this, you have this, and you have this. Those are 4 opportunities to get into this final point, right? But first, they have to make their way through the enemy on the outer walls. We've got Celtic warriors, we've got Vigiles, and I think a legionary cohort already in the battle here. Levy Freeman kind of holding back the horde at this point, but probably not for very long. Egyptian infantry in from Egypt. Crazy, I know. Got Celtic warriors. Now it looks like Nervii went pretty heavy on the fierce swords, which I think they might have missed a little bit of an opportunity here, given the fact that, like, Chimeria, they have the Chimerian noble infantry, which are okay hoplites, but they're not great. Marseille has the desert cohort, which is a really good upper mid. They're kind of a weird, not quite high tier, not quite mid tier unit. So realistically, the only really good high tier units that can be brought by the defenders are from Nervii in their Oathsworn. So if this was me as Nervii looking at my allies in Marseille and Chimeria, I think I would have brought a heavy Oathsworn army and maybe less in the way of the fierce swords. Just to kind of give that extra oomph to their killing power, We do have artillery firing in. We've got the Dacian Great Ballista, or Giant Ballista. 8 kills on him. Any other artillery? Rome or Egypt? No? So it looks like just the Tylos artillery. Now, Rome and Tylos here, they're in. I mean, they got in here with almost no fight at all. Usually you see a bit of a fight here on this corner. But nothing, man. They had those Levy Freeman, and that was it. So now it's going to come down to the fierce swords, and it looks like we already have Chimerian noble infantry up here. The issue I see here, fierce swords, look at them, 20 or 37 charge bonus. So it's a unit that you really want to be cycling in and out. That can be really difficult to do if there's not a lot of backup behind you. Because you need something to cycle with, right? If you just pull out a combat with nothing to take your place, you're just going to get hurt. Here they can do it. They've got the opportunity where they can do cycle charges. But here in these big open areas, I think it's going to be a little bit harder. I don't think that the hoplite type units of Marseille... Wait, they do have another artillery. I'm an idiot. Egypt's got one hiding right there. What's he at? 23 kills. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt myself. But anyways, I don't think the hoplite type army of Chimeria is necessarily the best combination for the high octane infantry of Nervii. You know, you want something that can really kind of move around with you. Hoplites aren't great at that. Chimerian Noble Infantry do have 41 melee attack, which is pretty good, but for a hoplite, their armor's only 80. That's not good. Rome here seems to be using formation attack. You can see that's why he's kind of all cockeyed here, and really it's hurting him. See those Fierce Swords getting those jabbies right into him? Sorry, just sitting here watching. Now the Celtic Warriors turning and get a jabby toss. And now we've got Desert Cohort coming in from Masacely already. Scythian Hoplites moving up. But, you know, so it looks like they did swap here possibly. Got 82 kills, 71 kills. That's pretty good. 49 and 58. So they are getting some cycles. So well done by Nervii. Move around to the left here. Tylus and Egypt not going in over here quite yet. They have taken some combat, though. You can see the Chimera Noble Infantry with 57 kills. Then obviously there has been fighting here, but you can see that they've kind of slowed down on it. It does look like Egypt. I think he's just setting up a wall. I don't think he's actually going to push over here. I think he's just setting up a wall, and then he's just going to get up on the towers here. I think this is a little too far removed from your friendly support. This area is a tough place to attack. Chimera Noble Infantry, you've got your Fierce Swords. Here comes more Romans. Rome's going to be tough here, man. They are a little bit outmatched. They thankfully do have Masacely here. That Masacely can take this on relatively well, but both, I think, Nervii and Chimeria are going to struggle against these. You got the Eagle Cohort coming in. I don't think they should have put the Eagle Cohort here. The Eagle Cohort is a good inspiration unit, but they are considered just a heavy melee infantry instead of a very heavy melee infantry. I think realistically what you want to be doing is having your, you know, very heavy melee in, and the Eagle Cohort in kind of reserve as inspiration for them. 47 melee attack. You know, Legionary Cohort also has 47. But they've got 90 armor. They both have 90 armor, but the mass of the Eagle Cohort is considered less. So they seem to be struggling over here. You know, it is the harder place, right? You have the small, compact area to defend, and that's it. Numidian Riders out here. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Jabby toss into him. Yep. Oh, that hurt. Ooh. 54 out of 80. That was 19 kills with that. But they do have stuff guarding their ballista. That's good. Ballista 138 kills. 99 kills. I think for right now, you know, they are guarding their two ballistas, which I think is a good thing. You know, it allows them to continue getting these long shots in. And they are making dents. First cohort coming up now. Over on the left, Nervii actually kind of pushing at, you know, at the first cohort of Rome. We've got a lot of those. Not usually the unit that you see. 28 kills, 188 kills on the Fierce Swords. Bring up your other Fierce Sword and swap. Get this guy out of the way for now. Yeah, I don't think we need the Chimerians in at the moment. You could send him in. He's going to tank it better than the Fierce Swords would. I think if you're going to do it, this is the time. But I think, for me personally, I'd be getting the cycles as much as I possibly can while I can. First cohort, 66 kills. Legionary with 53. Where did the Eagle go? Oh, this is the Eagle, sorry. First cohort with 21. Tribal Warriors now going to go in. No swap, though, from the Legionary cohort. They're just going to kind of blob in. You got Chimerian Noble Infantry and Desert cohort of Masacely layered in on top of each other. Fighting the good fight, you might say. Look at this battle line. The defenders are holding pretty well. You know, they're doing a pretty solid job here. Got Tribal Slingers here trying to shoot at the Balearics. Balearics will win that every time. Now we've got to push on the right. Got Celtic Warriors. Looks like the Fierce Swords got caught standing, though. Thorax Swords charging on some Chimerian Noble Infantry. Chimerians with 80 kills. The Thorax with 35, and they are pretty fresh. Desert cohort also using formation attack. You can see otherwise this unit would be curling in on the flanks around that Egyptian infantry. It would be doing better. You know, it's got 47 kills, but the only thing that's fighting is right here between those green lines. Look at all this. There's like 25 guys there, 25 guys there that aren't fighting. Tribal Warriors also coming in as support. Got the Chimerian Heavy Archers. Arguably the best archer in the game. In my opinion, they are. They can go toe-to-toe with Cretans, Syrians. They are better than the Kushite Royal Archers, and Kushite Royal Archers are more expensive. Kushite Royal Archers, I think, are probably the worst bang for your buck range unit in the game. They're 700-something gold for a unit that's the same as this. The only difference is they get poison shot. That's it. You know, I think the Chimerian Heavies are like 100 gold or 100 gold less. 610 or something, while the Kushite Royals are like 700 something. So the Chimerian Heavies are a very good unit. Now we got the Chimerian Noble Infantry facing off with the first cohort. 27 kills versus 60 kills. Lost, 27 men, or 37 men, excuse me, versus lost 9 men. So it looks like the first cohort has just recently been in combat, basically. We have an Oathsworn with kills already. Where is that? See, it's given me... Usually that means it's a general or something. So it'd be... Oh, it's... the Oathsworn general for... Oh, it's because of this stuff. It's the... They, I believe, had some stuff outside trying to ambush. I feel bad because I think I missed that. The Oathsworn have a lot of kills. 123, 130. Looks like Tylus probably ran out of ammo, so he has given up his position, moving all of his... Or, I mean, not Tylus, but Egypt. No, yeah, Tylus. This is Tylus over here. Moved his stuff over closer to the battle. You can see this is, like, perfect. You know, I talk all the time about people leaving tons of stuff laying back in the back while their armies, like, you know, first wave are up here dying. This is, like, perfect showing of how this should be done. See how closely they're keeping their army in support so that they can easily move things forward, but also protect themselves from the outside, you know, in the case of things like cavalry. Ooh, there's some artillery. He had 99 kills, now he's 103, 105. Scythian Hoplites, 43, 9, Desert Cohort with 127. Oh, God, that was a great shot. He's got 142 kills and a chevron. Means you're doing pretty good. You're getting good value kills. First cohort, 42 kills. Desert Cohort, 63. The two, they're pretty evenly matched. The Desert Cohort has slightly better melee defense. It has better armor. That's it. Everything else is the same, but better melee defense and better armor on the Desert Cohorts. Tribal Warriors. Praetorian God is entering the chat. Once again, they've already seen some combat on the outside, 52 kills. There was a pretty big fight here, but it did not go well for the defenders. Fierce Swords charged in. They've got 124 kills. Chimerian Noble's up to 145 kills now. First cohort really not doing so hot. He's got 96 kills. I wonder, they might pull the Praetorian over here. It's the closest one. We've got another Praetorian. And the defenders have actually pushed back a little bit here on the attackers. But you can see, no, yeah. They've just kind of pushed them forward. You can see a lot of that combat's been happening here, but now they've moved over here. It's a good matchup between Tylus and Masacely. Even Chimeri seems to be holding their own relatively well. Thorax Swords in now. Got an Oathsworn from Tylus waiting to go in. I'd bring that guy right there. Another Oathsworn from Tylus. Tylus brought so much Oathsworn, man. I think we've seen, what, 4 units of Oathsworn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units of Oathsworn. So one, that tells us that they're playing on probably Ultra funds. I really wish they weren't using formation attack here. It's hurting them, you know. It's not doing them any favors. Praetorian Guard is going to obliterate this Chimerian Noble Infantry, and then obliterate the Fierce Sword. And there's nothing really else over here. Chimerian Heavies, they've got plenty of ammo. This one seems to be out, 138 kills. Praetorians now with 51 kills. Or wait, 95 kills. What was I seeing with 51? Chimerian Nobles actually got pretty good kills with the 181? It's pretty good for them. Sorry, it's taking a drink there. 157 kills. Fierce Swords charging back in on the Praetorians. They've got 30 kills, but they're pretty beat up. They've already lost 51 or 41 men. Uh-oh, this could be bad. Their defensive line is set up here, but you can see Egypt has now decided to move those towers over and dropping on their backside here. So this line is probably about to break. There's nothing really there to come help them. You have a couple Desert Legionaries here that look like they might move forward, but honestly, I don't know that it's worth it. I think you are basically at the point now of deciding where you now want to hold next. This area, to me, seems to be lost. I wouldn't really waste much more resources on it. Praetorians are getting shot up. Chimerian Heavy's getting great shots on them. Fierce Swords 143. Praetorians now with 157. This Praetorian already down to 91 men with only 59 kills. He's taken some pretty heavy losses. Yeah, I think they've made that realization too. They are just pulling back. They've got a decently healthy Desert Legionary here. They're pulling back as well. I think that's the right call. So typically what you see now is this. Probably this, I would say. This. And then we'll see if we get some combat up here or not. Actually, Masacely holding down at the bottom of the hill here for right now, at least. The giant ballista capturing the gate. He may not even make it. He's wavering. Yeah, he's gone. Masacely seems to still have some pretty good heavy hitters left. Chimeria, I think, is pretty beat up. I think that Nervii might basically be just about out of this. Bounce power is slightly in favor of the attackers, but it's not crazy. I don't know that this is the best place to hold, though. You know, they could get a pretty good archer spot here and shoot the living crap out of you. So I don't know that that's the spot that I would hold. Glacial Royal Guard also starting off this next, phase. Glacial Royal Guard is maybe, it's arguably the best high tier in the game. I mean, it's an excellent unit. Expensive, but very, very good. Now the Glacial Royal Guard pulling out of this. Not sure why you pull out of that. I think the Glacial Royal Guard was perfectly fine where it was at. He has 134 kills and a chevron. So he's been getting good kills too. Oh, the unit's dead. That's why he pulled out. Why did it look like there was way more of that? But I guess not. Yeah, so the unit's just gone. We're starting to lose sight of the things back here just due to the fact that we're seeing everything from the attacker's visual here. And so if they can't see it, we can't see it. It's just something that they fixed in Attila. When you do replays of Attila, you can see the entire map from both sides. You know, it doesn't matter. You see everything. But it's too bad that they didn't do, that some of the earlier games don't have that, because you kind of get left in the dark, especially if you're looking from the attacker's perspective. So I wonder what we're going to see here. It looks like they are planning to stretch the defenses, maybe Egypt, Tylus, and maybe Rome pushing the mountain, possibly. Or you might just see Rome pushing. Now, something to remember is you do have the goat path right up here. That you can actually go up this area right here. Or at least I know you can in Tur. Remember, this is like a carbon copy of Tur. Sometimes there are minor differences, but I'm pretty sure even on this one you can still go up the goat path. Obviously there's not like a goat path, but it's something that we always have called it, or everybody I've ever heard has called it the goat path, because it's, this tiny little path that goes up this kind of rocky ridge, right? Makes you think of a goat path. Scythian hoplites. So things are kind of just like chilling for a minute. The attacker's just getting, I think, a bearing for what's going to begin next. We do have the advance here. Thorax swords, advancing up the mountain, the hill, walking right into the teeth of a desert cohort. Desert cohort in a very good defensive position at the very peak of this hill, which means that Thorax sword has to walk all the way up it. And you do get advantages from this point, from having a height advantage. So nothing over there yet. I think the thorax was just, you know, going in to keep this busy while the Galatian Royal Guard can move up, so that the Galatian Royal Guard isn't, you know, getting hit by jabbies or getting countercharged, you know, things of the sort. I think now the Galatian Royal Guard will have a cleaner entry into this combat. Over at the center, nothing quite yet. So Tylus is actually sending units over this way. Basically what you have is you have this mountain path that comes up back here. Usually people don't use it because it is a pretty long, drawn-out process to try and get this. And it doesn't take very much, you know, defenders to just hold it. You know, maybe a couple of those Scythian hoplites could probably buy you quite a bit of time in this area, especially with maybe like a Chimerian heavy archer in support. The Desert Cohort actually pulled out of that combat. It's got 36 kills, 84 on the Thorax. Glacial Royal Guard also going into this, so I would just pull the Thorax out if you're going to put the Galatian in. This Desert Cohort's going to have a difficult time here. Like I said earlier in the replay, that's kind of the struggle that you have as Masaisli, is the Desert Cohort is not quite good enough to go toe-to-toe with like a Glacial Royal Guard. But it can beat the Thorax Sword pretty easily, you know. So you have this kind of just awkward unit that can be a little bit tough when you're going up against some really good high tiers. You know, Egypt actually pulling that unit out due to the archer fire coming from the Gallic Hunters of Nervii. They got, oh, I just missed them. 23 kills on this one, or 22. I missed how much that one had. Scythian hoplites going in to support the Desert Cohort. I think that's a solid idea. They do have a little bit of room to maneuver there. I'm a little surprised they're not using it. They might be worried about, you know, a counter here. No push quite yet. Rome slowly inching his way forward. I don't know why these units are going this way. This is a big push by Tylus. You've got tribal warriors. Looks like all tribals. They're all a little dinged up, you know, but they're still pretty healthy. Nervii does have something here. I hope it's not just one Fierce Sword. That's not enough for that. Scythian hoplites are going to struggle, I think. Thorax Swords with 90 kills now. Galatian Royal Guard now going to go in. It's got 161 kills now. 32 charge bonus for the Galatian Royal Guard. And 53 melee attack. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. They have another one. So it's 50 regularly, but he has a chevron. So that's what gives him the 53. You can see they do have units kind of going around capping some of these areas that I do believe give some morale penalties. Egyptian infantry getting shot by the tribals here. Oathsworn, 2 units of Oathsworn getting ready to push this. I don't think that that is worth 2 units of Oathsworn to push that. Mostly, it's not that I don't think it's worth the deaths that you usually incur on a spot like this. You know, what you will probably see is the tribal slinger move over to this wall right here and shoot down at this. Galatian Royal Guard still getting shot. Gallic Hunter 66 kills and 35 kills. 205 on the Galatian Royal Guard, but he is just getting, you know, shot down. Here we go. Tylus does use the goat path. He has come up here, which has forced Chimeria to respond to that. what it typically means is that they're just going to have to give up this area and hold behind the goat path, which might actually give them slightly better angles of fire. I don't know that they have the actual resources to push this, but we'll see. Oathsworn going in now. Like I said, he's just getting shot up, but it's the Chimerian Heavy Archers, actually. Oh, man. I told you it would probably not be worth the losses. Oh. Oh, man. That is very painful. 39 kills with 55 men left. That's not what you want. It is not what you want. Desert Legionaries, 149 kills, and they have 131 men left. They've lost 29 men. Come on. So they actually, over here, have actually charged at the goat path. The Oathsworn kind of getting clogged up here. You can see a lot of its unit are still strung out back here. And they've got another Oathsworn trying to go up with it. Rome has finally hit up here. He's got the Praetorian Guard, 224 kills, 2 chevrons, and then another Praetorian. On the mountain, we do have combat. There we go. Look at this. Here's the Oathsworn of Nervii. Now the question is going to be, one, is it worth holding 2 of your best units this far away from the main cap point to hold something you don't really need to hold? 2, can they get enough kills? You know, if they can, you know, do some damage on this area, it is well worth it. But it's going to come down to gains and losses, right? How many do they kill? How many do they lose? Oathsworn 154, 160. This one's got 83 kills. They killed 1 tribal warrior, but they got 2 tribals to go through. 249 kills on the Fierce Swords. Very, very well done. Praetorians just kind of waiting. You got the Scythian hoplites kind of holding this area. Realistically, the only thing that's hitting it was over here. Are they pulling them off the goat path? $100 kills. Oh, half health and down to 8, or with only 15 men, or 15 kills, excuse me. Got your Cretans up here, 120 kills and 62 kills. Mercenary Rhodian Slingers have 0 kills, so they're just waiting to get in this combat. I don't see a third Cretan. There they are. 12 kills. It seems like they're kind of trapped. So the actual unit seems to be here, but like the flag guy is trapped on the tower. It's really annoying when that happens. They're just kind of letting their slingers do some work. 47 kills and 40, I would say, have the same amount of kills. Seriously, 47, 48, 49. But the Praetorians have gone back into this. You can see one of that Oathsworn kind of sneaking in here too. Desert Cohort charges in. This can be tough. Over on the mountain, the Fierce Swords have charged down the mountain, hitting into the tribals. I think, oh, don't pull them back. I think you can kill this. I think you've got this over here. You kill these units, and I think you're Gucci. Well, they're going to make them come to them, I guess. That's what it looks like, which I think that's fine. Gallic Hunters up here as well. I think realistically, they're just trying to get out of this Slinger's line of sight. You can see the defense has come down to this now. Scythian hoplites. I really don't see very many. They've got a couple Chimerian heavy infantry, but Very little. Armored Numidian Riders. Oathsworn. So 2 units of Oathsworn from Nervii coming back to the point. And then I believe they still have both of the 2 up here still. Charge in on him. You're letting him into your Galax? They're not out of ammo either. I don't think that was a good idea. But I mean, the Tribal's not going to survive this by any means, but it also means at the same time you're taking the unnecessary losses of units that still have ammo. And now you're not even going after him. Guess maybe they're going to send this unit? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Got Battle Rhythm on the Desert Cohort. Praetorian Guard 256 with 2 chevrons. First Cohort 211. Oathsworn 137 kills. This is a struggle. The Oathsworn for Nervii are here, though, so that should assist in kind of shoring up these defenses that they got. There you go. I was going to say they got a charge. Got 1 Chimerian Noble hitting here. He's going up against, what, Thorax Swords. So they kind of need... Yeah, I think he's right. You're going to have to send a mirror. I'm going to say they kind of need something here, but I don't think they can afford it right now. I think you just abandon this. You know, you need these units close to home. You still have the Chimerian General back here. And once this is done, these 2 Oathsworn can return as well. Tylus actually took some pretty heavy losses. That was like 400 tribal warriors dead up on that hill. Because there's 3 units, 2 of them were like 150-ish, and 1 of them was like 89-ish or something. So, what, 350 men lost, I guess, in that general area? Right around 400, I'd say. Uh-oh. Praetorian Guard kind of sneaking by. He wants to bust this area right here, and if he can get in the back end, you know, there's your attack in the rear penalties. I really don't know why they don't just double team and get rid of it. It's just kind of wasting time at this point. 228 kills. They should have killed it all the way up here before it killed the Gallic Hunters. You know what I mean? And now they're just kind of wasting time when they could obliterate this now, which saves, you know, time in getting these guys back to the point. But no, they're just going to fight on. 230 kills. He's going in now, finally. This is bad. They do have the Nervii Oathsworn General in combat. He's trying to shore up this defense because it's not looking good. You know, they've got these 2 units of Rome that are hitting the back end, but they're getting attacked from this side as well. Losing decisively. See how it turned yellow? That's not good. We want green on these little diamonds. You know, even you got a Praetorian Guard that's yellow because he's at 77 men. Desert Cohort, 132 kills. And he's red. He's probably going to go soon. Syrian Archers, probably out of ammo, 155 kills. Oathsworn now at 89 kills. He's pulling out. I'm not particularly sure why. Maybe he just wants another charge. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's got 35 charge bonus, so why not use it? So now they're sending young axes, I guess, to just watch the mountain pass, but once again, I don't think they need to anymore. 1, they're obviously not pushing it. 2, this is not as important anymore. This is what's important, and they are very close to busting through at the seams here. So why commit things to a part that it's unnecessary? Would be my question. Glacial Royal Guard. Oh no. 28 men shattered with 59 kills. That was because of all this. So they do have some coming up here. It really just looks like the archers. Cretans with 89 or 86 kills, and they're out of ammo. That hurts. This is a good idea. Misaceles General has kind of been cooped up. He's a cab unit. Come over here and wipe out the archers, you know. They're just there. They don't have ammo. They're not a huge threat, but they could be instrumental when it comes to army losses. Heavy Numidian skirmishers now coming in to help. They've got 112 kills, 96 men left. Do not send this in yet. No, he's exhausted. Don't send him in. Please, for the love of God, tell me you second wind him. Like, I understand you want to save your general, but I would have left the general in for just a little bit and let this Oathsworn, you know, freshen up a little bit. You know, because it doesn't look like he's got second wind, or if he does, he's not using it. Headhunt, there's the second wind. I guess he might have been holding it for the headhunt, but the problem is he used second wind before headhunt went down, so now his unit's winded. That it was a waste of a second wind. So what you do, if you're going to do what he just did, you use your headhunt, right? And it's green. So you know how it was green, kind of like this one. You wait. Green, 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 green. Turns red. That means it's no longer active. You have now taken the exhaustion penalty. Now you hit the second wind, and you have a fresh unit. But he waited, right? So he didn't wait. He used the second wind before the exhaustion of the headhunt had hit. So he second winds, make his unit fresh, then becomes winded immediately. You want to do that the other way around. It's just it's a good little detail to pay attention to. So you got headhunt now on this Oathsworn. See, he's green. He's fresh right now. He's green. Just wait until this turns red. Still green. Means he's still getting that bonus, right? Melee attack and morale. Man, it goes longer than I ever think it does. Red. Now you see he's winded. Second wind. But either they don't have it or they're just not using it on their allies. No, he did. Okay, look at that. That was probably the Misaceles General or the well, either one of these. So well done. Very, very well done. Now the thing with Battle Rhythm, it also does a penalty to exhaustion. So a really good combo is you use that headhunt, you use your Battle Rhythm at the same time, right? Wait. Second wind them right afterwards, and that unit stays fresh after they just got a huge boost and a lot of kills. 198 kills. This one's relatively fresh for the fight, 41 kills. Gallic Hunters, I think, are out of ammo, looks like. Oathsworn General, 250 kills with 3 chevrons. That's because he's been killing Praetorian Guard. Is it, though? It seems like your head is his. Praetorians look fantastic as usual. So you can see the Roman general seems to be using the commander general, which is the one that does the rally, stuff like that, morale stuff. And it's okay, but it doesn't seem to be quite as worth as, like, the Strategist General is majority of people's favorite due to Second Wind. The exhaustion penalty in this game is real, and it hurts a lot when you are exhausted. And having the ability to just instantly make that unit good again, but not only that, you could do it infinitely, it just has a cooldown, is pretty ridiculous. That means you spend the whole game using that. Sorry, I had to sneeze. It means you get the whole game of just Second Wind, Second Wind, Second Wind. Fresh, fresh. Battle Rhythm is another just pretty good thing, you know? These Rhodians actually have a really good shot right here. See this? I know you guys think are probably just like, dude, stop harping about these abilities, but man, it's worth it. I'm telling you. Those are little details that can take your gameplay and your skill level and just pop it up a little bit, you know. Shield wall, interesting. Not quite sure why he goes shield wall. He's pretty fresh. He's 141 men. Oh, dude, they are not able to get that. Oh, it's Cretans. The Cretans. I was about to say, I was like, those slingers, there's no way. Oh, this thorax sword is just getting shot right in the butt. Or I mean, the Oathsworn, excuse me. 135 men. He's got 93 kills. Carrying Axeman General for Egypt. Bounce power is so even. You know, for a while, the attackers, I thought, had just a pretty, you know, unbearable pull. Wow, that hurt. But they had so much left, so many good units left, that I really was like, you know, they've got this game, man. But the defenders are putting up a fight. Oathsworn, 360 kills with 3 chevrons. That means that for every 100 kills or so, he has gotten a chevron. That means he is getting good quality kills. The rule of thumb for chevron, the first chevron is like 500 gold worth of kills. It goes up for each chevron, so the second chevron is not 500 gold. I don't remember how much it goes up, but it goes up incrementally with each chevron that you get. So 368 kills with 3 chevrons is pretty freaking good. He's not anywhere close to getting a silver, unfortunately. Well, actually, he just got a big boost right there. He was pretty low, you know, that you can see the experience bar next to the chevrons down in the bottom left-hand corner. That bar is probably just a little under half. Oh, here's a look at this. Masacles General coming in on the back end. He's getting some archers. And also, you got the Legatus of Rome right here. And I'm telling you right now that Armored Emitting Rider is going to kill this Legatus. The Legatus is only 32 men out of 40. Armored Emitting Rider is a pretty good shot cav. 28 melee attack, 20 charge bonus. 52 melee attack, and 60 charge bonus. He didn't get the charge bonus, unfortunately, though. Oathsworn General for Tylus, 3 chevrons, 277 kills. Means that he is getting excellent worth out of his general. Not even 300 kills with 3 chevrons. That's excellent. He's almost dead, 44 men. And honestly, the general's probably dead. 44 men left. I don't think I've got anything to... It's hard to tell sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't pop up under their banner. Young Axes coming in. In my opinion, one of the worst units in the game. I think they're 190 gold. So they're cheaper than like a Hillman, right? But they have no javelins, is my biggest problem. In fact, Chimera is one of these factions that is notorious for the fact that almost none of its infantry gets javelins. In fact, I don't think any of it does. Its hoplites obviously don't. But even its like regular spear units, its young axes, stuff like that, they have no javelins. And javelins are king in this game. I'm sorry. Spears, or hoplites specifically, are criminally underpowered due to the fact that they don't have javelins. And obviously there's other reasons, but I think that is a huge reason that majority of hoplites tend to underperform, you know, against things like sword units. Thorax sword getting pinned down by the young axes. The Masaesli general still running around. I think he's looking to circle for the Rhodians. Praetorians 227. Oathsworn 428 kills. He might work himself to a silver. I didn't think he would, but he's getting close, man. And in fact, it's going to be close enough that at the end, if he doesn't get silver, it's going to be like by the hair of his chinny chin chin. Glacial Royal Guard, 130 kills. We've got Battle Rhythm and Headhunt. Remember what I was saying, the combo wombo. Melee defense is a penalty, melee attack, morale. And then for Battle Rhythm, you get melee attack, melee defense, weapon damage, speed. In fact, Battle Rhythm is quite a bit, in my opinion, better than Headhunt. But combine them together and whoo-wee. Like I said, you got yourself a wombo combo for the mambo. I don't know. I'm just talking shit at this point. Now, he doesn't wait until the Battle Rhythm's gone. So Battle Rhythm, once again, remember, it does exertion. It does penalize those things. So, you know, even though he's still technically fresh, he's probably not as fresh as he could be. So typically you're going to wait until both of those things have gone red. And usually there is a little bit of a layover, so you have a split second where you are a little tired, right? It's fine. Wait for it. It's okay. Second wind on Chimerian Noble Infantry. Chimerian Heavy Archers are now in combat, 178, 123. Where's the, like, you got the really beat up Glacial Royal Guard, got a really beat up Thorax, a really, I mean, it's a carrying axeman, they're not super great. I'm trying to figure out how, I guess, okay, wait, Tylus has a really beat up tribal warrior. So where's the balance of power? Rhodian slingers, that might be it. You know, ammunition does account for a large part of the balance of power. So that could be why. Rhodians 244 kills with 3 chevrons. The chevrons in this game have been nuts. Ridiculous. Yeah, you just need to go into this. Just get rid of it. Now, I don't know how the Masaesli Cav did not get to the Rhodians. Where did the Masaesli Cav die? Oh well. And now the balance power is shifting towards the attackers. What is happening? Well, your Chimerian Heavy Archers... Wait, no, they haven't broken. One of them... Yeah, no, they haven't broken. Still have your Noble Infantry taking on the really weak Glacial Royal Guard. The Desert Leechers hanging on by a thread. The Carrying Axemen are free now. But they only have 65 men. Is it enough? I think the problem that the defenders have right now is they don't have a lot of troops to fill the gaps, and their Oathsworn General for Nervii is about to break. So somehow, some way, these tiny units of the attackers are going to pull this off. It sure looks like it to me. 212 kills on the Carrions. Oathsworn General is gone. Chimerian Noble Infantry still hanging on by a thread. Well, he's strong, right? But, like, what happens here in about 30 seconds. You know what I mean? The Glacier Guard holding and pinning this unit just long enough to keep it busy. If they had been able to get rid of the Glacier Guard, you know, maybe this goes differently. They're going to cap. I think they're concerned about their morale trying to take on this unit that they, you know, they're worried that they may break. And also the Rodian still has freaking ammo. 252 kills with 3 chevrons, and he still has freaking ammo. The Chimerian Noble Infantry turning around. Javied in the back. This is painful. I feel bad for this unit, to be honest with you. They've almost got this capped, and then they can bring this Thorax to come help finish this. What a close fight, man. What a close fight. 255. So it looks like he's targeting the Glacier Guard. This kind of happens when you have kind of this hodgepodge mess, is you get these units kind of like just mash up like this. I mean, he's the only general left. He is alive, which says something. That really helps for morale. Look at them. They're yellow, red, yellow. Why do you... Masacely's got a slinger over here not doing anything. Come on, man. What are you doing? They are not about to pull this out. No. Stop it. You're kidding. Are you... What? Stop. Stop it. No, 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 no. They are yellow now, but they're red. Shit. They're about to pull this out, dude. They're about to pull this out, and I cannot believe it. Even with, like, they've got a Masacely Slinger hiding over here doing nothing. Wow. Huh. Look at the pretty even kills. Let's go look at some kills here. So we have got Egypt being commanded by Murado with 2,813 kills. Honestly, pretty well across the board. Excellent. You know, 208, 205, 285, 256, actually. 2 of his Glacier Royal Guard not so hot. Rodians with 265. Look at all the chevrons. To be honest, though, keep in mind, guys, that because this is Ultra, obviously Ultra funds, there's going to be more chevrons because there's a lot more expensive stuff on the field. So just keep that in mind. Blacks 24 is Rome, 2,630 kills. Praetorians all did pretty damn well. 280, 233. Infantry, some of them's pretty good, some of them not. I don't think I really am a big fan of the Eagles and the first cohorts here. I don't think they're as good as some of the infantry you could have brought. The Hog as Tylus, 2,552 kills. 347 on the Oathsworn. Pretty good, pretty good. A lot of his other Oathsworn did pretty good as well. 234 on a tribal. For the defenders, we have Enterprise as Masacely, 2,177 kills. General, 195. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. And most of his cohorts did pretty good. 2 chevrons, you know. Core as... I think it's... I don't know. I'm going to say Core. As Nervii, 2,978. I think that actually leads the game. Yeah. Actually did pretty well with the Fierce Swords, I think. And then his Oathsworn, man. 453, 298, 305, or 309. That's a huge chunk of his kills right there. Huge chunk. I mean, that's 1,000 of his kills, basically, in his Oathsworn. Finally, Viking as Chimeria, 2,062 kills. Chimeria Noble Infantry, 234, with 3 chevrons. 198 with 2 on an archer is pretty good. It's pretty good, man. And then his Chimera Nobles, you know, they were outmatched, but they did pretty solid. I'm not going to lie, they did pretty good for the fact that they were outmatched. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.